Hey, let's do some math. Find your notes that look like this. I know you're excited about mental math again, but it's good for you. You must do it. All right, let's get started. All right, mental math A. What is 5/6 of 30? What is 5/6 of 30? My cat is eating, so you probably hear her crunching. Okay, next, what is 7 times 305? 7 times 305. C, what is 50% of $5? What is 50% of $5? What is $20 minus $8.98? $20 minus $8.98. E, what is 9 6/10 or 9.6 divided by 100? What is 9.6 divided by 100? F. What is 3,000 divided by 500? 3,000 divided by 500. Okay, if you need me to repeat any of those, just go back, rewind, and listen. And otherwise, here we go. Here's the big guy. What is 8 times 10 plus 1? What's the square root of that? Times 4. What's the square root of that number? Times 3 divided by 2. And what's the square root of that number? I'll do it one more time. 8 times 10 plus 1. What's the square root of that number? Times 4. Square root of that number. Times 3. Divide that by 2. And the square root of that number. Okay, pause it, go back, rewind, whatever you need to do. Or if you're ready and you've got your answers, don't skip mental math. This is good for you. This is like eating your veggies, doing your workouts. Okay, did you get for A? Oop, hearts in every color. 25. How about 2,135? How about $2.50? $11.02? 96 thousandths? And let's see, 6, 500, 3,000 divided by 500 is 6. And for G, Trace, did you get 3? Okay, good work. Let's move on. Thanks, babe.
Trying to forward this.
Problem set 122. I chose chicks to help us understand this concept because when I'm on Instagram right now, it seems like everybody has baby chicks. Do you guys have baby chicks? Or a new pet? Lots of people are getting new pets right now. I guess it is the time during quarantine. Okay, friends, so problem set 122, finding a whole when a fraction is known. So we take information that we have that the problem gives us and we use it to find information that we don't have. So let's look at this one. 2/5 of the chicks were brown. Now don't actually use this picture to help you solve the problem. It's just there because it's cute. Little chicks are so cute. 2/5 of the chicks were brown. If there are 10 brown chicks, how many total chicks are there? Okay, so what we know is we know that 2/5 of the chicks were brown. We know that 10 are brown. So how many total are there? Go to the next box. We are going to use a table to help us figure this problem out. I encourage you to make these tables to help you with these word problems, but you may not always need them. Okay, so the first thing we want to do is we want to consider, we need to look at our fraction, 2/5. That helps us know how many total parts there are. So there are a total of 5 parts, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And if 2 of the parts total 10, that's helpful information. So that means 2 of these total 10. And if they're all equal parts, then how many are in each part? Right. So if 10 divided by 2 is 5, let's just double check. Do 2 of the parts equal 10? Yes, they do. So we keep going. So there's 5 in each part. 2/5 equal 10. And so the rest, so if 10 are brown, then how many are there total? That's what the question is. How many total chicks are there? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. 25 total. Now the problem, you do have to be careful and double check those word problems because it could have asked how many weren't brown. If 10 are brown, how many are yellow? 5, 10, 15. So 2/5 are 10, 3/5 are 15, and then the total of 5/5 equals 25. Okay, let's do another one. This one is straight from the book. You'll see, I think, at least one like this in your problem set. Let me straighten this up. Come on. There we go. Down. All right. Okay, let's read it together. 3/8 of the people in the town voted. If 120 of the people in the town voted, how many people lived in the town? Once again, we look at the information we know. We know that we're talking about 3/8. That means there's going to be 8 parts. If 120 of the people voted, that means 3/8 equals 120. Okay, so that's the information we know, and we want to figure out how many totes people live in this town. Totes peeps. So we've got 3/8. Our number is 120, and we need to divide this by 3 parts, because it's saying that 3 of these parts total 120. Well, right off the bat, I see that that is like 12. 3 goes into 12 how many times? And then we add a 0. So we've got 40. 40, 40. Let's double check. Does that equal 120? 40, 80, 120. It sure does. So now we've got to figure out how many are in the 5/8. It wants to know total. We're looking at total again. So if we just continue, these are equal parts. 40, 40, 40, 40, 40. The whole town. 40 times 8. 4 times 8 is 32. I'm going to add a 0, so that's going to give us 320. Now maybe the problem would say if 120 people in the town voted, how many people didn't vote? How would we figure out that? Yeah, we would take this total number and subtract it from the people that did vote. Minus 120, and that's going to give us a total of 200 people that did not vote, while 120 did. Let's do another one. You might see a problem that's not a word problem, but just an equation, where it says 6 is 1/3 of what number? Well, the first thing we need to do is we need to look at this fraction. We know that it's 3 parts. So we can come over here and make a table with 3 boxes. And 6 is just one of those parts. So 1 part totals 6. If they're equal parts, then 6 is going to be in each box. And so we can multiply 6 times 3, which you could see that here, 6 times 3, and that gives us 18. So 18 is our answer. And maybe you could come up with that without having these boxes, but what about 2/3? 6 is 2/3 of what number? So again, the 3 helps us know how many total parts, and then we look at this 2. 6 equals 2 of the boxes. Well, 6 divided by 2 is 3, and these are equal parts, so 3 plus 3 plus 3. So 6 is 2/3 of what number? 6 is 2/3 of 9. 3 plus 3 plus 3. Or 3 times 3. Excuse you. Okay, moving on to the practice problems. I want you to do these on your own, and we're just going to do one box at a time, so pause the video, work out this box, and then we're going to come back and do it together. Okay, see you in a minute. Alright, if you haven't done this practice box, go back and do it. I'm not going to just give out answers. Okay, practice. Have you done it? If not, pause it and do it. Alright. 8 is 1/5 of what number? So that we know there are 5 total parts. We know that 8 is equal to 1 part. So 8 goes in every box, and that gives us a total of 8 times 5. 8 times 5 is 40. If you got 40, good job. If not, what happened? Alright, next. 8 is 2/5 of what number? So over here, if 2 of our parts total 8, I'm going to divide 8 by 2 and get 4. 4 goes in each box. 4 times 5 is 20. And these are my total parts. How many boxes? There's 5. Okay, pause the video. I want you to do the next practice box. Before you pause it, 8 is 2/3 of what number? So again, 8 is going to be 2 parts are going to total 8, and then you're going to figure that number out and put it in all 3 boxes. 9 is 3 parts of what number? We've got a total of 4 parts, so we're going to divide 9 by 3. Okay, pause the video and come back. Okie doke. So, sorry. 8 is 2/3 of what number? 8 divided by 2 is 4. 4 plus 4 plus 4 gives us 12. You got 12, thumbs up. Oh, come on. Why are we? There we go. Sorry about that, guys. Okay, and then we've got 9 is 3/4 of what number? 9 is 3 parts of the 4 parts. So we're going to divide 9 by 3. That gives us 3 in each box, and that number is 12. Okay, pause and do the next. Okay, so for this one, it's a bigger number. 60 equals 3 of what number? 3 parts, 3/8 of what number? Thank you. So I'm going to divide 60 by 3. That's going to give me 20. 20 in each box. 20 times 8, 160. Scratching my face. Okay, and then over here, I saved this one to do. Hopefully you've already done it, but I'm going to kind of walk you through it again. 3/5 of the students, so we know that 3 out of 5 were girls. If there were 18 girls, so we're going to take that number. That means 3 of these parts totaled 18. How many students were in the class? 18 divided by 3 parts is 6 in each part. And it wants to know how many total. It's not asking for how many boys there are. We could have told them that. There's 12 boys. But that's going to give us 6 times 5 is 30. Alright? Okay, guys. And that wraps up problem set 122. Okay, I will see you next time.